Okay, this lesson video was for Dumpweed. It's a short song. It has maybe like 3 or 4 different parts in it. It's not difficult. It's pretty much the same few riffs over and over again, but even a few of them could trip someone up. I guess that's all I really got to say about it, so I'll just start with the opening riff. It's kind of hard to explain, so just refer to the annotations once I have them up, and it shouldn't be too hard. It just goes like this. Just a few hammer-ons, pull-offs. It's a pretty easy riff once you figure out how to do it, and it's really catchy, which is always a plus, so it always sticks in your head, so it's not that hard to forget, or it's not that hard to remember. The second riff before the verse goes like this. Basically with that riff, all you're doing is playing a 4, a 2, a 4, and then a 5, and like say starting with the 4, you just pull off the a 4 to an open 0 on the E string, and then you just go. Actually, that was for the other riff, but it goes like this. So you just pull off with that, and then you just play a couple double notes on each string. You could even, instead of doing a double note on this, after the pull off, you could just do this. So it would sound like this. I'm not really sure which one he does. Honestly, live now, he could probably do it either way, whatever he feels like doing at the time. The verses are pretty simple. It's just these few chords, and all you're doing is just palm muting them. You could do it alternate picking if you're comfortable with it, or you can just try and do it all downstrokes. It usually sounds cleaner with all downstrokes if you're not as skilled for alternate picking. So I usually play it with alternate picking, and it should sound like this. Like I said, you can play it either way. It really doesn't make too much difference. Then it just goes back to one of the intro riffs, and then back to the verses again. Like I said, it's a pretty repetitive song. And then the chorus comes in, and it's the same chords as the verse, except you don't play as many, I think. It's like half as many before each change, so it goes like this. The first verse, or the first chorus, you only go through twice, and then in the second chorus you go through 4 times. That's just about it up until the bridge. The bridge is just the verse riffs again. Pretty simple, and then the outro is essentially like the second riff I showed you, where it goes like this, except it was what I messed up saying earlier, where you pull off and then do this. Sometimes it's hard remembering the differences between the two riffs, but so like the first riff, it goes like this. And then the second one is this. In the studio version of the song, the outro is palm muted, except for like a little hammer on. Live, like on the Mark Tom and Travis show, he doesn't palm mute it, so it just sounds like this. play it either way. It's not that big of a difference. I personally like not palm muting it, but either way, you could do it whatever you think sounds best to you. That's just about it for the song. Hope I explained everything good enough. I know I fumbled a little bit there, but here's the song.